Welcome to Psyche Magic, a podcast about self-discovery and the subconscious, where we explore the symbolic language of dreams, tarot, and archetypes. I'm your host, Jordan Hale. I'm a psychotherapist based in Nashville, Tennessee. Each episode, I'll hold a casual conversation with various artists and healers about their shadow work practices. We pull tarot cards, unpack a significant dream or dream theme, and discuss their personal healing arts practices. So please grab a cup of something delicious and stay a while. While aspects of this podcast may feel therapeutic, it is never meant to take the place of therapy. Welcome back to Psyche Magic. The winds of change have been whispering around here for quite some time, and I'm sensing a natural shift in my energies away from the old and towards the numinous new. Our family is moving houses, but staying in the same neighborhood here in East Nashville, filled with folks we already know and love. And a dear friend and I are developing a new podcast as co-hosts. Our focus will be the intersection between Jungian psychology and witchy spirituality. I am feeling so alive with potent possibility, if also a bit overwhelmed, but it is a magical mixture indeed. I just devoured Pam Grossman's new book, Magic Maker, The Enchanted Path to Creativity. And I am just so in awe of her ability to alchemize this expansive subject into such an excellently researched and well-organized bit of gold. She has been such a guiding light for this show and for so much of what will come next. And I truly regard her as a creative elder or ancestor to whom I have a deeply revered connection. I hope you'll all read her book and let it be a catalyst to go forth and make creative magic of your own. I am also in the process of outlining and developing a proposal for a book of my own, which will be all about the deeply magical and terrifying portal of the first year of motherhood. My goal is to share personal stories as well as both psychological and spiritual methods to guide new mothers, mothers-to-be, and even seasoned mothers back into deep conversation with their own inner well of creative resources via motherhood, not in spite of it. So much of my own initiation as a mother has involved claiming and fiercely guarding my own creative energy in ways I never gave myself permission to do before walking through that shadowy valley of the postpartum period. As mothers, there is so much that is expected and required of us. From our children, from our families, from our workplaces, from the projections of society at large. It can be said that the mother is the most quintessential archetype, from the Virgin Mary to Mother Gaia. Therefore, projections abound, and everyone has an opinion about what mothers should be doing or not doing with their time. No one ingests these opinions more than mothers themselves, who in the postpartum period especially are going through the greatest developmental dilemma of their lives, yes, even greater than puberty, and trying desperately to regain their footing. Many of us feel that if we could just get it all right, if we could just be good enough as mothers and show that we can keep all the plates spinning in the air, we might earn the respect and love of those around us that we so desperately need. But the sneaking suspicion I have developed tragically is that there's no way to ever keep everyone happy. We will always fall short in some area as mothers because we, as it turns out, are also human and imperfect. Steven Spielberg's most recent film, The Fabelmans, is an autobiographical film about Spielberg's early life and family dynamics, which he waited to make until after his parents had passed. There's a scene where he's having a dialogue with his own mother, and she says, quote, "You must do what your heart says you have to, because you don't owe anyone your life, comma, not even me," end quote. She's speaking to her son in this scene, but also to herself, as a woman who ended up needing to choose herself in ways that fractured the family unit. She was imperfect, but she was honest, and it is evident that her son respected her decision even if it was painful. My guest today, Christina Cone, is a dear friend, a mother and an artist, fronting the band Francis Cone, as well as a business owner of Phases, a boutique creative agency for independent artists. We spoke about the terror and magic of motherhood, the necessary price we pay to live in community, the journey of healing from religious trauma, dismantling the legacy burden of codependency, and strategies for keeping the creative flame burning all the while. Our conversation echoes one of my favorite quotes from Clarissa Pinkola Estes in her seminal book, Women Who Run with the Wolves. Quote, "I've seen women insist on cleaning everything in the house before they could sit down to write. And you know, it's a funny thing about house cleaning. It never comes to an end. Perfect way to stop a woman. A woman must be careful to not allow over responsibility or over respectability to steal her necessary creative rests, riffs, and raptures. She simply must put her foot down and say no to half of what she believes she should be doing. Art is not meant to be created in stolen moments only." End quote. For those who are mothers, who live with mothers, who have mothers both familial and chosen in their lives, I hope you can draw inspiration from our playful conversation. Thank you, as always, for being here. Now, please enjoy my conversation with Christina Cone.
Top shooting eggs on the board.
No.
There's some salt here in case we need it.
I mean, salt is an incredibly magical element. So, that is actually very appropriate, Christina. Christina! Welcome to Psyche Magic.
Oh, and we're doing it?
We're doing it.
Great.
Yeah. We're in. We're in, baby. We're in. I'm so glad you're here. I've been wanting to do this with you for so long.
Well, I'm so excited.
I honestly am just so thrilled. Christina and I go way back. We've been friends for a long time. Christina recently moved back to Nashville and is here to stay, which makes me so happy. I know. Does it feel good? Does it feel good to be home?
Oh my God. So good. So much better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also, I just want to say really quick, so conscious of when I listen to podcasts, I decide if the interviewee is interested in the first 1 minute.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think that's going to just make me speak really slowly and not be.
Christina,
anyway,
you already are so fun and engaging and you don't even know it. You don't even realize it, but you are.
Thanks.
So listeners are going to feel it right away and you don't have to worry about that. I love that you named that, though. That's what I love about you, is that you're real.
Well, yeah, I'm a little bit judgy, I think. I'm not giving these bitches a minute.
Because this is what our conversation is going to get into, is that's because we're all fucking burnt out and strapped for time. And we're don't waste my time.
I'm listening to a podcast. Are you kidding me?
I have
It better be good.
It better be good.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. So let's go ahead and please introduce yourself.
My name's Christina Cone.
Yes.
I'm in a band, Francis Cone, and I have a 4-year-old and a huge dog named Sylvester.
Oh, who's sitting right next to us and just being so precious. He's the most snuggly.
He recently became 122 pounds, which is too big, but he's doing great. He's my other child. And I'll never, ever have anyone teach me the lesson of what it's like to have a friend who has a beast like this in their lives. Like, I don't think I'm going to get taught the lesson. You know, like before
fine. Yes.
before you become a mom, you're like not necessarily showing up in the way that you should, but then
Yes.
but then you learn so much when you become a mom. I feel like I'm doing weird stuff with this dog, but like no one else is going to have a 120-pound dog to teach me my own lessons.
Oh my God.
You know?
Okay. Yes. I love it. Like the Tao of Sylvester.
Yeah.
Like a book that you'll write one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I love this. And I feel like that's such a nice tone to start this conversation on, is that like we are mothers and we are individuals.
Yeah.
And so much of my journey so far, I'm not as far along on it as you are. I have a 15-month-old now, but so much of that journey so far has been like, how the hell do I become a mother and also like maintain some semblance of individuality?
Yourself, I know.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
We're going to talk about like how hard that is and how like mystical and magical it also can be. Let's pull our card. I already shuffled. We're going to take the first card on top of the pile and see what we get. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm going to have Christina just give like a hot take. When you see this card, the card is Temperance. When you see this card, what happens just immediately? Like, what's your kind of like gut reaction? Just for fun.
Well, my first reaction is I wish that I could quickly Google what temperance means.
You like have that immediate, like, what is the meaning of this? Yeah.
Temporary?
Sure, absolutely.
No.
Oh, temperance, like the actual word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like tempering something.
Temperance?
Yeah. So when I think of the word temperance, like the definition of the word temperance, I think like when I'm tempering eggs, like when I'm making a recipe and you have to add a little bit of the hot liquid to the eggs before you pour it into the hot pot so it doesn't curdle.
Oh my God. See, I don't know anything about cooking, but
yeah.
But what do you give me another use of temperance?
So temperance is like I have to balance the energies of something. Like I can't add too much or too little of something to, you know, I mean, if we're using like sort of alchemical terms, like I'm going to overpower this mixture if I don't get the balance just right, you know? So temperance is like a balancing act. And it's not just cutting something out or adding something in, but like being really conscious about like the ratios of something to get it just right. Like you're painting your house right now.
Yeah.
Right. So talk to me about your like color journey of painting your house. Like what's happening?
Oh my God.
Too much. Like, right. How are we tempering the color of your home?
Well, oh my God. Do you really want me to talk about exterior paint?
I feel like it's relevant. Yes.
I didn't know that exterior paint was so different from interior paint.
Yes.
I just thought you chose a color that you loved. And as it turns out, all the light colors look white and all the dark colors look black, and everything changes all day long. And it's not the same as the light changing on the inside. It's different on the outside.
Yes.
And that a little tiny swatch doesn't tell you anything. Like, what I learned is like a gray with a touch of blue on a whole house is going to look very blue. Or like now we're doing this very muted green. It is not going to look muted green. Our house is going to be very green.
Yeah.
But because I chose a blue that I love and then they put it on our whole house, it is so blue. And we cannot have a house this color.
But you could only learn that through experiencing it.
Yes. No one, I mean, I had one person tell me, you cannot paint your house a color you haven't seen with your eyes on another house.
Yes.
And they were right.
Yeah, they were right.
It's not something you can look up online.
Lesson learned.
ChatGPT doesn't know shit. There's just it's just harder than I thought.
100%.
And I was the one who pushed to fucking do this thing. Because we got insurance money that gave us a new roof.
You're like, what have I done?
What have I done?
And that's the thing is that, okay, so temperance is a major arcana card. So what that means is that because there's all these different types of cards in the deck. There are the major arcana and the minor arcana. The minor arcana are the suit cards. So those are all the cards that fall into the different 4 suits of tarot, 2 through 10. But the major arcana cards represent like this sort of major like hero's journey, like archetypal series that humans have to go through. And so the temperance falls within like kind of the middle of that journey. If you lay all the major arcana cards out and look at them, temperance is like a journey we come to around like midlife.
Okay.
Yeah.
That feels appropriate.
For me too. So yeah, temperance is all about like I was saying, this card depicts this kind of like winged figure. For those who like haven't seen the card, this is the Rider-Waite-Smith depiction, but she's holding these two goblets and like pouring water between them. And then she's got one foot in the water and one foot on the land. And there's this beautiful kind of like mountainous landscape behind her and some iris flowers, which is funny because that's my daughter's name is Iris. And I never noticed that about this card before, actually, until today. So she's blending. Yes, it's about balance, but it's about getting the specific mixture right.
Just right.
Yeah.
Just right. So hard.
Uh-huh. So I'm just curious, like, if that, I don't know, stirs up anything within you today. Like, what's that card saying to you?
I think it all feels like so specifically getting the mixture right, especially for me right now. So we moved to Maine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say just a mom for 2.5 years, but it was my only goal. It was my only thing that I did. And there was a lot like, riding along with that. Like we bought a house that had a crazy lead paint problem. And then we...
Oh my God, I remember that.
And then
I remember you telling me about that.
Lyme disease. And it was just like, it was not a good 2.5 years, but it was all so shitty that it was very clear to leave. And I think that was its greatest gift, that it was like, I didn't make my best friend there. Andy didn't have a job he loved.
Yeah.
It was like, everything was kind of just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a really good friend there. If Liz ever listens to this show, like, what a life living.
Shout out to Liz.
And our friends, Evan and Mick. Anyway, so yes, there were good things about living there, but it mostly was hard. And so then coming back here, I mean, I feel like at any point of the day, I could socially do whatever I want. Like I could walk out my door and make a new friend. And for 2.5 years, I couldn't. That was not the case.
It's wild.
And here it's like, I need to not go outside because I might get in a conversation with someone I've never met. Like even this paint thing the other night, I like knocked on this lady's door to see what color that blue house was.
Oh,
I
nice.
showed you.
Yeah.
And then I sat on her front porch with her. She's like in her late 70s. I sat on her front porch with her for like an hour and I know everything about her life. And I was just like, this is so cool and like so fulfilling to me. And then also the very specific mixture that is like reeling that in so that I am still also doing all of the other things.
Okay. Yes.
Like I'm still the witness to Orla's life that I desire to be, and I'm still a good wife, and I'm still like, I'm like trying to start a new business here. So I'm like working for the first time, and I'm Orla's mom, and I'm Andy's wife, and this 120-pound animal that lives in our house like is like not time consuming.
Of course.
And so the exact balance to make sure that it's right, that it's all right, is really hard.
Yeah. And the thing I'm hearing under what you're saying is that like trying to find the balance that is aligned with your specific value set, which in terms of what I'm hearing right now is like showing up for the people in my lives at my life at the level that I want to be able to show up for them. Yeah.
And like selfishly for me, like I'm having so much fun. I just like love the friend. I'm like, can be consumed by the friends.
Okay. Yes.
But also it was like, and I'm so grateful when I also look back at retrospect in Maine, like having 18 months to almost 4 be like, and Andy was in school and working constantly. So it was like basically just me and Orla for that time was like, I think in retrospect, like what a wild gift to like have it be so focused. And so now here, I think we've been here 6 months again. And I just like am right now trying to figure out the balance of like getting that focus back a little bit.
I see. Yes. Okay. So part of what you're sharing is that like that time was difficult for a lot of reasons, but also
Really
this like
magical.
beautiful element
Singular
of
focus.
yes, like laser focus between you and Orla during that like very tender time,
Yeah.
toddlerhood.
And like now that we're here, like she also is very social and she
Yeah.
also could. We try to do Restoration Monday. She
Wait,
doesn't have
what is
school
this?
Monday.
What is this?
We do Restoration Monday because sometimes the weekends are fucking wild.
Oh, that's true.
Now that we're back, we're just like so grateful to be hanging. And Orla is hanging 24/7. And like we have this little friend of hers, Wilder, whose parents we love. And Wilder will come over on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and leave at like 6:30 or 7. And the parents and we're just all like which is wonderful. Also, she's an only child and she's gonna be an only child. And so like all of this I think is so good for her.
I see.
And so the solitude of Maine, I don't want to bring that back, but like the focus of it, which is like such a specific mixture.
Specific
And, like,
mixture.
How can I have this focus?
Yeah.
And not this solitude? How can she be this? And I think it made her that we were in our little bubble. Like she's so calm, observant. Yeah. Anyway, beautiful. Just
temperance.
figuring it out.
Yep, exactly. And so this is like a pillar of this conversation that we can return to is just what is the balance that I'm trying to strike? What is the specific mixture needed to achieve that balance? And just asking thoughtful questions about that.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love mothers. I'm just obsessed with mothers now. I just think that they're fucking warriors. Yeah. Like I never could have understood until I became one and was like, how does anybody do this? That's our other theme for this conversation. How does anyone do this? How does anyone do all the things?
Do they have more hours in the day? That's my
That was
suspicion.
Like that was what Christina sat down and said to me. And I was like, we need to start recording. It's like, how do people do all the things? I don't get it.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way. I don't understand.
These mommies are going to book club?
How do they do it?
When is that happening?
I know. You said earlier, they're going to Pilates? When? How?
When are they doing Pilates? Why do they get to?
Okay,
but I'm so proud.
Okay, so
but like, what am I doing while they're doing those things? You know, that's what I'm always like, but what am I doing?
Yeah. I'm
constantly, this is so silly, but like, I'm just putting shit away.
Oh my God, stop.
I'm spending my life putting stuff away. And I don't like
if you like do like an overhead drone shot of like Sims style of like you in your house, it's just like
maybe like, well, and I hear my mom's voice, everything has a place.
Oh,
and I'll look at it and be like, yep, and I'm going to spend my life finding those places.
I could. Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
I could spend my whole life doing that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's so true. I feel like the home is such a sanctuary and it can also feel like a prison if we're not careful.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, this is all I'm consumed with all that there is to do in this specific space.
It feels so 1950s housewife. And yet I want to live in a clean home. I want to not, and I don't cook, so I'm not consumed with that.
Yeah.
Because Andy does the cooking.
That's good.
So that's not something I'm doing while the people are at Pilates.
I know.
I do get all the food. I order all the food.
Okay, yeah. Which is a thing.
And the people bring it to me. So I'm not going to I'm doing things to try and save time and not be too housewifey. But woo!
But how? Someone tell us the answer. How are you making time to like actually care for yourself?
Yeah. I go to the chiropractor. That's one thing I do.
Okay, look, we will give you credit for that. It's something. It's something.
Yeah, when's the gym happening?
I don't
know. Gym and the
know.
books are my big. Oh, and therapy. I can't find time to go to therapy. This is nice. What we're doing here.
Okay. Good. You're like, this is at least adjacent.
Yeah.
So we'll take it.
But my parents are moving here, so I have to start going to therapy.
Yes.
For my boundaries.
For everyone's sake.
Not so that I'll set them, because I will set them. I'll set them and then feel so bad on the inside. But the boundaries will be set and I'll enforce them.
But then, like, how do I live with, like,
how do I
setting
separate?
boundaries?
Yeah.
Mhm. That's a temperance question too. Is like, how do I do the things that I need to do while also maintaining like internal equilibrium around those things?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I know. I too am navigating conversations around parents moving here. In my case, mother-in-law, stepfather-in-law moving to Nashville, and like the incredible amount of help that will provide that I truly believe is like the secret sauce of motherhood is like having help. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think that the times where I didn't have help, I know that I was not okay. Like, I know that I was suffering and I know that I was just beyond overwhelmed. And so, like, having help is so essential. And it comes with all of these, like, very real boundaries
Stressing.
questions. Yeah, I know. Again, it's a balance, it's a mixture.
Yeah.
And it's tricky, tricky, tricky. Because that's like the cost of community is like having to deal with each other's bullshit.
Yeah. I know. I feel like for the first time in the social media landscape, I'm seeing people be like, everyone says they want community, but no one wants the inconvenience of community. And it's not easy all the time. Sometimes there's going to be people in your house and you don't want them there. And sometimes someone's not going to know that if they are serving wine at their house, that they also have to give you snacks. That's not one of the things. It's just thinking of funny social behavior.
We need a nibble.
We need a nibble. We cannot not have a nibble. That is totally not on my list of inconveniences because that was about me going somewhere else.
So funny.
No, yeah, you guys show up in all the ways. It's not sometimes not always pretty. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to ask for help and want it. Like, I don't want to miss anything. Like, I'm having this one kid and don't want to miss anything. But that's just not realistic. So
Yep.
it's hard for me. Like, I broke down the other night when my parents were here because I sort of didn't expect them to sell their house so quick, and they bought a house here, and like it was all happening really
all of a sudden
fast,
it's like real. Yes.
And I got sort of like panicked over the pressure, and my mom, that I would like not get to be as much of a mom with my mom here or something, that she would like. I told her all of this, so
yeah, exactly.
Hi, Judy.
Yeah.
But I was like,
out there. Yeah.
Really, like, I still want to be her mom. And there's something about your mom showing up that makes you feel like, do I get to still have the job? Is it still mine? Do I still get to be in charge? I do.
I don't think I've really articulated this, Christina, but like I have felt that same like visceral feeling when Iris's grandmother, either one, is around and she's enjoying her time with them so much. And I'm like, wait a second, where do I like fit in this moment? Yeah.
It's so funny because you're like,
because for so long it's just the two of you, and then there's more.
And she's obsessed with my mom, and she should be.
Yes.
Like, they're so great.
Grandmothers are magical.
So magical. And I had one.
I had one too.
I have one. So
they're magical.
I want her to have that so bad.
Yeah.
And then I'm also like, but I have our value system and it's not the same.
Yes. Yes.
We have our, as I said, I can't find time to do anything. So we're very busy.
I know.
It's hard. And letting someone be a magical grandmother. And you still are the mom. I'm still the mom.
I know. It's true. Like, in order to cultivate that relationship, I have to get more comfortable with like being able to like step back a little bit. And like that has been deeply uncomfortable to me.
Yeah.
Like necessary and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Which is just such a like crazy internal tension of like,
yeah,
I don't like this. And yet I know it's a really important good thing. Yeah.
And the generational divide and how they parent.
Yeah,
versus how we
absolutely.
Parent.
Yeah.
And we've got a whole like religious aspect to
Yeah.
it that I'm like, we are not in.
Yeah, I've got that with my parents too.
And
Yeah. Just like big differences. Yeah.
big differences.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And not wanting, like what an important thing in their lives. I don't want them to feel like they're not being themselves or sharing their values. Like our values are strong and it's a tough balance.
I know.
Is there also a balance card?
No.
Oh, good.
I feel like temperance is like, that's it. That's the vibe.
I know nothing about these cards except the day that I got pregnant with Orla. My friend Sayil pulled the fertile. Is there a fertile card? Or like what would be that?
I bet it was the Empress card.
Yeah.
Which is like
that she was like, oh.
Yeah. Because the Empress card is about like the mother archetype and like abundance and fertility and all those things. So I bet it was that.
And something I should remember. That feels significant, but something like
And yet we have the main takeaway. I always laugh because I have ADHD. And so I have a lot of trouble with retention just in general. And so I always joke that like, I read that book. I loved it. Do I remember a single thing about it? No. I just remember the vibe was great.
But like really fun to go back and read again. Because you're like, well,
it's like brand new.
Time on this. I know that I liked it before.
Yeah. And it's brand new to me because I can't remember anything.
I'm shocked by everything.
I know. I'm like, all the twists. I had no idea this was coming. Yeah. I know. I'm the exact same way. It's actually wild, but here we are. Okay, let's segue a little bit. I want to hear about your dream, the childhood dream that you wanted to bring up. Because this is a conversation about magical motherhood. So let's talk about what was going on in your little childhood subconscious. I want to know.
Well, it's not a good dream.
A lot of childhood dreams are not.
Well, and I feel like it's hard. I don't really remember like that many good dreams. Yeah. Justin Timberlake was my camp counselor in one of them.
Stop.
That was a good one. Stop. There's one recently where I was floating in space.
Oh. Yeah, I can only imagine like that sensation of a dream like that.
I have like a recurring character.
Really?
But not necessarily a recurring dream. Mm-hmm. Anyway, my dream when I was little was that I was running down our long hallway. Like a ranch house with it might be a short hallway, but to me, it was a very
kid. It feels, like endless. Yeah.
It probably had 1, 2, like 5 doorways or whatever. And I was running down it, and the little scary witch from Snow White, who has the apple, so the scary little witch was chasing me. And my mom was at the end of the hall, and I was like, she'll save me, she'll save me. And I ran to my mom, and she handed me to the witch. I just got chills.
Isn't that? What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay, tell me like even just about your experience like sharing this dream right now. Like what happens?
Well, in every childhood memory that I have, question my own validity.
Sure.
But I had it many times.
So this was a recurring childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I would, and it was like the lighting, very specific. My mom, what did not save me. It was very strange.
She deliberately
delivered me that.
Handed you over. Handed you evil lady. Tell me about the evil witch, like in your childhood mind. Like, tell me about her. Like, how did she present, or what did she like represent? Like, what were you so afraid of?
Oh, I don't know. My early fears were. I remember like going to the bathroom by myself, and my mom had gone outside. Mm-hmm. I couldn't find her, and I was like, they left.
They're gone. Yeah.
I'm here alone.
Yeah.
And then I was very constantly aware of their mortality. Like every time, I remember I would like pray and pray. They would come back if they just like had gone to dinner, that they would not die while they were gone. And
not just like big fears.
Big fears. Always
big
like
fears.
Big death fears.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because I was raised to believe that when you die, you go somewhere better. And so there was always like, even now, like my mom doesn't like spooky stuff or like scary movies or whatever. But I'm like, we saw my dad's best friend Eddie portray Jesus Christ and get nailed to a cross with fake blood as a kid who had a hard time distinguishing
Gruesome.
reality.
Yeah.
Like, what a gruesome thing for a little kid.
Yep.
And we were a part of it. And we were a part of it in like a worship this thing. Anyway, very hazy, but yeah, we were just, the big things in life are so big in Christianity because, you know, obviously, but because it's like, there's some gore.
Yeah.
There's some, this man came to die for you because you were bad. You were born bad. We are all born sinners. Like,
yeah, that's the big thing, is that you are inherently like unworthy.
Unworthy. Yeah. And that believe in these things. Don't have to do anything really. So that really lets these assholes off the hook.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the other side of the coin, is that like, yeah, you're born inherently unworthy, but then all you have to do is just like repent, and then you're off the hook for whatever you did. Yeah.
Just ask for forgiveness. You believe,
and then you're fine.
You can do anything. You can join the MAGA movement.
Yeah, sure.
You can separate, tear kids out of their homes and support masked men on the streets. And I don't know, like any of that, you can. Yeah, it's so hypocritical. But I see where it comes from.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but you're talking about your experience as a child of trying to navigate this like belief system where the stakes are so high for everything. And also this really confusing idea that like life and the world as we know it is not the goal. It's like not the like important thing, quote unquote. And that like the important stuff really comes later after we're dead. So I can see how like in a little kid's mind, it's like, well, then why wouldn't she want to just like go straight to that? Like, why wouldn't my parents just like not be here anymore? Or just like disappear and just leave me behind? Because that's supposed to be better anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how that all relates to the witch in the hall, but
I don't know either, but the witch is an archetype, isn't it?
Yeah.
The witch represents like all that goes against Christianity, the patriarchy, right?
Yeah.
Because the witch is like the enemy.
Maybe I should have been so grateful for her to give me to the witch.
What makes you say that?
Maybe that was her giving me away. A good way.
On that note, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
I mean, my mom is an incredible mom. It seemed to me that her feelings depended a lot on our emotions.
Sure.
Which is what I guess like our generation is trying to undo.
Tell me about your experience of that. I'm so curious about that.
Like I sing Orla this song every night that's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I do.
So cute.
I love you, I love you, I love you, it's true. And then the second verse is, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, it's true, I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy with you. And then I'm always like, but I do want her to know that my happiness isn't dependent on her.
Oh, I see.
And so but I still sing the fucking song.
Sure.
Nice.
It's a sweet song. Yeah.
Because I am happy with her.
I know.
I'm happy. It's you I adore. And every new day I'm happy some more.
So sweet.
But I constantly, every time I sing that, think about like, okay, but like, how do I make sure that she's not behaving in a way to get me to feel a certain way?
There it is. Yeah.
That's not her job.
Yes.
And I think that's really hard because you're also like giving them boundaries and teaching them so many things. And it's hard to know. Yeah. I went down the whole food spiral just right now. I'm like mentally, like, just like getting like the whole idea that people are putting cookies on the plate because all the foods are the same.
So we don't like,
elevate sugar.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
I don't fucking understand.
Yeah,
like, I don't want a cookie on the plate.
Yeah.
A cookie, sugar is different.
Yeah.
It's not the enemy, but I get the concept of like, for some people, it would work that in their childhood that sweets were not on a pedestal.
I see.
That would work for some
I
people.
see. That it's
I don't
just
know
that
that would have worked for everyone.
I totally get it.
So the idea that like she gets to have ice cream with her chicken is like, well, what? Like sugar is a drug. Like it's addictive. So of course she would eat the ice cream and then not eat the chicken.
Sure.
And
it's delicious.
Because it's delicious and like your body gets addicted to I don't know. So I'm just like, in that way, I feel like I can sometimes be manipulative with food, but I don't even know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's the whole point is that we don't know. And yet we're in the Wild West as parents because all of a sudden there's all this information at our fingertips.
Yes.
Right. And we're trying to navigate this like influx of data and study and material and like all these things that our parents had absolutely zero access to. Yeah. And it's a fucking mind fuck.
Yeah. The food thing is really, and I don't want her to like eat to make me happy. I guess that's where my brain was going.
Isn't that funny? I know. Is that you were making this association of like, I don't want her to behave a certain way to get a certain reaction out of me.
But also I want her to like eat.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned from my friend Katie Kaplan, who you would love to say, not call them healthy foods or unhealthy foods, but these are your growing foods.
That's so cute.
So we use that all the time. I'm like, this is a growing food. Ice cream is a fun food, but like we need this food to like make your eyes see.
You want to grow, don't you?
Your bones stronger and make your hair shinier.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah. Growing food is helpful, but it's still hard to not get sweets on a pedestal. Like, who doesn't want the memory of like going to get ice cream for celebration, you know?
Oh my God, it's so fun.
And it does tie sugar to emotion.
Sure.
But I don't know.
That's the thing.
We're not going to get roast chicken to celebrate. As delicious as
much as we love our roast chicken. And we do. Yeah. I know. And so there's this question with your dream about like, what was it that I was being presented back to this witch, right? And that like at the time it was just a scary dream, but like at this phase in my life, is there something about like what is useful underneath the things I've been taught to be afraid of, right?
Yeah.
And so like I've been taught to be afraid of like this old crone who like lives by herself and like does like spooky weird things. But yeah, like what in my adult mind can I like learn from this person or this behavior or this activity? Because temperance asks us to not frame anything as like all good or all bad.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like that's the interesting thing. Like if I were doing dream work with you, I would have you like dialogue with that witch character, like at this like like from your like adult self and just like see what she has to teach you. It's funny because I literally just revisited this because Iris is suddenly like obsessed with Snow White. She like loves the songs.
Oh, that's so funny.
I know.
Orla hasn't seen anything. I mean, we watched this one show called Stillwater. Which, oh my God.
I don't know it.
Big Buddhist panda.
Wait, like cute.
Teaching. I cried last night watching it because well, it's these books. I'm going to tell you about it.
Yeah.
By John Muth Muth, M-U-T-H.
Yeah.
I found them in a bookstore. He wrote them in the early 90s. It's these 3 kids and they have this like, not like guardian. He doesn't live in their house. He lives behind their house, Stillwater, who they meet. And then he teaches them all these things through their existence. So through their troubles. So like the other night, the one I cried at was the little kid. Addie was trying to paint a picture with Stillwater. They were painting his backyard. It's also like the animation is so beautiful.
Cool.
Painting his backyard, and her little brother Carl is like messing up their painting, and it is really frustrating. He's like running around, knocking her hand, like all this stuff, and she's like, this is not how this is supposed to go.
She's like, no.
And so Stillwater, the whole thing, and he does this in the books too, is like there's 2 different forms of animation, and everything changes on the show. And he tells a story that's like when they're all old, like Buddhist tales.
Yeah.
These stories have been around forever.
It's cool.
And this one was like, so this little bear on the river is trying to get to this little island that has a plum tree. Aww. And the current of the river will not let him get there. And he tries so hard and so hard and so hard. And he's so frustrated and he can't get there.
Yes.
And then he lays back in the boat and like puts his hands behind his head and looks at the sky and just like lets the boat go where it wants to go. He just like goes with the river. And then it takes him to this like other beautiful part of the river with the like island that has a tree with like coconuts and plums and pears and like and so it ends up being like way more than he ever have hoped for.
That feels like the key.
Yeah.
Right? Is it's like even better.
So much better.
Yes.
And he was going against the current. And so his lesson to Addie was this might make your art more than you ever dreamed, like Carl running around. And so then it does. Like he bumps into her again and she has this beautiful picture and she was like, I wouldn't have, I let go and go with the flow.
Yes.
She didn't let go and go with the flow of this situation not being as good. Anyway, and then I just cried thinking about my parents moving here.
Really?
And then I have to let go. Yes. And like, I can't control this thing. I think they believe so strongly that it's God's will for their lives.
Oh, I see.
I have to adopt that belief system in this because it's not the same, like not totally the same concept, but that what is going to happen has already been planned out.
Oh, so, right. Yeah.
It's going to happen. And I have to lay back in the boat and put my hands behind my head and just go. Just like, sort of like Buddhism in a nutshell, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, yes. Yeah. That sense of kind of like surrender and like non-attachment.
Yeah. And in my parents' mind, it would be God is in control.
Right.
And in this case, it's like the universe, like relaxing into the course, relaxing into the vote.
Yep.
Is the whole idea. And I don't know if these concepts are very simple and everyone knows about them, but I also just cried thinking of like what wonderful tools Orlo will have.
Yes.
And like he deals with like, there are no good guys, there are no bad guys. I was never taught that. Like
we were taught the opposite.
Yeah, we were taught.
We were taught that like this is the only right, good way, and that everything else is sinful, wrong, and bad.
And yeah. And then, I mean, there's even like the old starfish. I just learned that this is a common story about there's a bunch of starfish on the beach and there's so many. And if you, and she's like, well, we can't save them all.
Oh, yes.
And as you like throw the starfish in there, like, but it matters to this one.
Yes.
It matters. And like every life is a universe.
That's beautiful.
Anyway, that's in the Stillwater book. So I'm just like, oh, what a precious tool for kids and also for me.
I was just about to say is that so much of this is also like the ways that we get to reparent our inner children while simultaneously parenting our children, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get these lessons that like I really needed and still need now, right? But that like she gets the gift of having them like from the get-go.
Yeah.
And that's brilliant. Like how will that like lead you into like a purposeful, healthy life?
Yeah. And how to like sometimes I can feel so clear and then I'm worried my mom's going to listen to this podcast, but then but it's okay. It's not a reflection of them. It's a reflection of like I can get confused.
Yeah.
Whereas like when they are further from me physically, I feel very clear. And that's just a me thing to work on because they're certainly not confused.
Right. Exactly.
They're so strong in their values and they should be.
Okay, but you're right. It will like present you with this new opportunity.
Or just this like layer to fight against that I don't want to fight against.
Yes.
It's not necessarily that I'm less clear. Like I still feel clear. I just feel like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. Anyway.
But it makes perfect sense to me because when we are with our parents, we are automatically in a dynamic. Right?
Yeah.
It's like really long standing and like very deeply rooted and can be very confusing. There's some kind of, we were talking about Buddhism, and there's some quote, I can't remember if it's Thich Nhat Hanh or somebody in that kind of like world, who was saying like, yeah, you may be like a just master meditator and like you've done all this work, like, but if you go and spend a week with your parents, you will see that like the work continues. Like, I don't care who you are. And it's just such a nice, helpful reminder that like, that's like true for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also like comparing myself to my brother, who's like so even.
Mhm.
Seems he's just like always in the boat with his hands behind his head.
Yep.
With my family.
It's amazing.
Until they could like, I mean, we all can, like, until like a certain point he could be pushed, and then he will say something. He can definitely be pushed to a point, but then he will just so calmly, clearly deliver one sentence that will just take us to our knees.
Wow.
And I'm like, it would have taken me like years to figure out how to deliver that so
God, what's that like?
eloquently.
Yeah.
And I'm just like more like fiery in our family. I always joke that my parents are scared of me and like don't like that feeling, but then I don't know. It's tough. Parents are, they really bring it out of you.
I know. Okay. So 2 things I want to make sure that we at least touch on. One is I want to hear from you just in terms of like what you've learned so far about trying to be a mom and trying to simultaneously be an evolving, thoughtful human in the world who has my own goals and my own dreams. I want to hear like how you have cultivated or like maintained that kind of inspiration for yourself in motherhood. So let's start there.
Oh, I'm remaining myself while being a mom? Is that the
Yes.
question?
Like, I guess, like, specifically, yeah, remaining inspired. I mean, you're talking about like this business that you're starting, you're an artist. Like, how are you staying connected to like that very personal source of like creativity, inspiration, magic, while also showing up for your kid? I ask you this selfishly because I'm like, my God, how?
Well, I went this weekend to Chicago, and what am I doing to be myself or to be inspired?
Yeah.
I went to Chicago to see my brother. He's a filmmaker.
Oh, so that's what you were doing in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. I forgot that he was living there.
And he is making a really beautiful movie, and I got to be on set with him on Monday.
That's amazing.
Felt so just fill my cup. Like, I just felt so inspired by everybody there. I mean, there's like 45 crew members, and everyone is like doing different jobs to make this one thing happen. And the cast and how like I would watch a scene and it was good. Like, there wasn't a scene that I saw that I was like, oof, hope he fixes that. But like Steven would watch it, and then there was this 15-year-old kid who's a new actor, and he would do something, and then I'd be like, that was great. I don't even know notes. And my brother would go in, and like 3 scenes later, this kid would have me like sobbing from like not sobbing, but teary, because just from like a little tiny difference, and how that all of life is that it's all so specific. What makes someone feel moved?
Yes.
And that it was like just looking into someone's eyes for 1 split second longer, like, really changes everything. Everything is so detailed.
I know. And you're gesturing back to temperance in that, like, yes, this is very like delicate balance.
Delicate.
Yeah. And like the details really matter.
Yeah.
But you got to be in the presence of like all these people who have devoted their lives, their time to like making something.
Yeah. It just reminded me to stop picking up the house. I can do that later. Or is there a cleaning service that will help me? I know they'll come clean the toilets, but will they organize the toys? I don't think they will. And where's that person?
Probably not. But you're saying I have to make choices. Like, I have to prioritize.
I have to make choices.
Yeah.
And I keep saying, like, coming back here and being so social again, like, has really, and also getting to do that. I'm 42.
Yeah.
Getting to like make friends that
Yeah.
are really impactful friends that feel like I've known. There's these two people I've met here that I feel like we're in middle school. Like I want to hang out with them all the time
So fun.
and feel so like myself.
Mm.
And I do wonder if I've been myself between middle school and now. Let that like this age and whatever like confidence I'm like wheeling is like I don't know that I had it in my 20s or my 30s.
I was gonna say, what is that like essence of your middle school self that like comes out?
Just doesn't give a shit.
Nice.
And is not totally doesn't give a shit, but just like is so nurtured. I was so nurtured by these 5 girls that I'm still in touch with.
Nice.
That we were best friends from 4th grade until I moved in my sophomore year of high school.
Okay. Wow.
They did that to me. Never forgive.
Good reminder as a mother that like that shit fucking sucks.
You do not move somebody after the age of like 8. I
don't do it.
So life changing. But then
like,
again, I'm like, I don't know. Would I be living in Florence, South Carolina with 5 kids right now, divorced?
Maybe.
If they hadn't done that to me, because I do think that was the impetus to me being like, I do not belong here. Now I will move to New York. Now I will do all of these things.
So like that fucking sucked, and it might have been like essential.
And it might have been essential.
Crazy. Anyway.
But I didn't have close friends like that again in high school. But like the comfort and security that those women gave me.
Yes.
For me, and it's not like we were like the popular girls, but we were so just like comfy. And
I had a friend group like that in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Where you literally are just like so yourself, and you are so experimental and vibrant and like playful and just
Yeah. So special. And then I think I took a few years off from having that. And it's not like I didn't have, you know, really special friendships for the next 30 years or 20 years or whatever.
Seriously.
I did. And my longest friends are probably from that time period. But yeah, I think that female friendships, especially new ones, can remind you who you are. And it's just fun to like try out new personalities. Or like it's fun to just be like,
of course.
Not necessarily new personalities, but just like I'm not gonna question if this person gets it. It's a joke. I'm just like make sure
I'm experimenting. I'm playing around.
I'm just like gonna just not question anything.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't have to stick around.
Yeah.
It's okay. It doesn't mean anything. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And I don't need this.
Yeah.
But I love it. And when it works, it's just like, oh, what a life-giving thing.
Well, it's funny because as I hear you describe that, like that this is a source of like selfhood and inspiration is like these female friendships where like anything goes.
Yeah.
I also am hearing you hearken back to this notion of like the thing I'm afraid of as a mother is like creating a dynamic where my kid has to like be a certain way to be acceptable or for me to be okay.
Yeah.
And so I hear you saying like by me modeling like being unabashedly authentically myself, that's a way of modeling for our children that like this is the fucking shit. Like this is the best way to exist is where I'm like it's okay. Anything goes. I don't have to act a certain way so that you'll be all right. Like you just take it or leave it. It is what it is.
Yeah. There's so much joy in it. And I think that's it. That is not to my parents' fault, but that is what I can miss when they're is that I don't feel like myself. And but it's like it feels sort of impossible.
Yeah, because of the long-standing dynamic. Like there's all this the work of like Virginia Satir, one of the like just like OG like family therapists, would do this sort of exercise called family sculpting, where like everyone in a family, like this would be like a full family therapy session where everybody had to like play the archetypal role of like who they are in the family by like standing physically in a stance that embodied like that role. So you would have one person. Yeah, exactly. Like you would have one person just like on the floor on their knees, like in kind of like a submissive like pose. And then you would have one person like standing like they were leading a charge, right? And so you think about like, I've been playing this role in my family for so long. And it's
But
like,
what if they disagree on their roles?
yeah,
Like, what if like my mom is
yeah,
making everything happen? She has
I know.
no idea.
That's
She
the
would
thing.
never
Yeah.
be
She would
like,
never like claim that.
she
Yeah.
would never claim
Yeah.
she's the,
That's the thing is that Dr. Satir was so brilliant that she would have each member of the family put each person in their position as they see it and then go around and see like who sees it differently.
That's so interesting. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I love
so
that.
Female friendships are helping me feel
Yes.
like myself, and then seeing my brother make movies. I
Yes.
also often find like the most inspiration musically from other art forms. So I don't think I've written like very many great songs after hearing a great song, but I've written a good song after watching a good movie.
Yes.
Or like read a good book or whatever.
Yes.
I don't think.
Yes. It's almost like creative, like cross training.
Yeah.
It's like I need to like draw from other mediums and like art sources. Yeah. I think that's so brilliant. That makes so much sense to me. Like going to a museum or something is like so inspiring to me.
But I feel like Andy is very inspired by music, other people's music. And I am inspired. Like, I like it. And I'm honestly trying to listen to more music because I think the podcast stage, you can really forget about songs.
It's true.
And they are still really wonderful. And so
that's so true.
And because there's no value in it, all the music's free. And so we're not, so much is free. So we're not placing value on it in the same way, not like engaging in the same way.
Oh my God, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. That our job became free.
Dude, yes. I could literally talk about that for like a long time.
So great.
It's not good.
It's not good. And we don't have a union and there's no protection. Like I was like listening like on set with my brother the other day, the guy. Yeah. Steve was like, can we do another take? And the guy, the AD in charge was like, nope.
We have to take a break now.
It's lunch.
Yeah.
And then there's just like no question because all those people are protected. And they got unioned. I didn't know this was a thing. They got, after the movie started shooting.
That's so interesting.
They got halfway through and it was like $250,000 extra.
Wow.
Which is cool though. I was like, Steve was telling me and I was like, great. That's crazy. But also like, I want somebody to sneak in a music venue and figure out how to protect us.
For real.
Like sneak into Spotify and figure out how to make us get paid for our music. Like somebody sneak in. Make it hard.
Somebody sneak in.
And like, who is the somebody? Like who, we are the somebodies. And it's, it's hard to make a living when they sell the stuff for free.
And it's hard to create a revolution in the music industry when I can't even make time to like go to a workout class. So like, here we are.
Yeah.
Read a book. We can at least talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, Andy's, he's so good at like diving into music and learning other people's songs. And
that's cool.
And that is inspiring.
That is, that like feeds his artistry in a lot of ways. Yeah. I love that. Okay. Tell me about this business that you're creating. We haven't even talked about this.
It's sort of like a branding, overarching like visual content sort of thing for indie artists.
Yes.
Which is like at every new level that we got to, I kept thinking somebody in the music industry was going to come along and be like, and this is how we'll package the toothpaste.
Oh my God, yes.
That like, what a wonderful toothpaste you made. Here's what we think the box and the font should look like.
Totally.
Here's the tagline about it. And like, here's the narrative. Like, no one ever did that. We were paying $5,000 a month for publicity. And it was extra for them to write the bio, for them to hire somebody else to write the bio. There was nobody was like, here's what is good about, like, you write the songs, make the music good. And then we're going to be over here figuring out how to sell it. Like,
but from a creative perspective.
From a creative perspective.
Yes.
And I just we never had that person. And so then like, I feel like so much good music gets lost because
it sure
everything is visual and we're selling things via an algorithm. And I was like, I just want to like from beginning to end of somebody's and indie artists who couldn't afford like I do think there's like pop stars that have this and at like huge labels, but like at like a smaller level,
Yes.
can there be somebody who comes in and is like, I'm going to art direct the photo shoot. I'm going to do your album cover and your font and style it. And
Sure. All within this specific
all of it.
creative vision. Yes.
Write your bio and figure out how that this thing gets attention. And like, it doesn't have to be like, I'm always doing the example of Justin Vernon and how that first album was sold is like, he just wrote it heartbroken in the woods in a cabin in Michigan. Which I don't even know if that's true or if like that's something
or if that's the narrative.
Or if that's even the narrative they put out. But it's the narrative that I took to play and that like put me in a place. Like, so when I listened to that music, I thought about like being secluded in the woods in a cabin in Michigan, whether or not that was even the thing that was put out in the world. But like, that was like,
that was the thing that resonated for you.
Yeah. And so that it doesn't have to be rocket science, but like context really matters when you are putting something out into the world, again, that is free, that everyone has so much access, like it constantly. So like giving something,
people need a reason to connect to something.
Yeah.
Right. There needs to be like lore around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there needs to be like beautiful visuals.
Absolutely.
Anyway, so then I made a little company called Phases, and not mostly because like not, it's just a new phase. Like not that like anybody's past photos or packaging or like none of that is bad, but we're in a new phase.
Yes.
And this new phase, I hope, is like more all encompassing and I love the visuals of things. And then I also am like, I should fucking also write a song. It's hard to do everything.
It's hard to do everything. I know. But you're in a phase right now of like, I'm going to focus on this for a little bit.
Yeah.
This feels good.
Yeah. And it's really fun and it's going really well. And I'm just learning a lot about like, when you work with indie artists, they also don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, of course.
So making sure that like my time, that I'm getting paid for my time.
Yes.
Because if I am not getting paid, then I would just rather, I mean, even when I'm getting paid, I would rather just hang out with Orla.
Look.
But like, I can't just do things for free, even if I want to. So like learning those boundaries and stuff too.
I know. I was just talking to Daniel about this the other night. We're like, we hate being away from Iris, but we know that we need to sometimes. But if we're going to be away from her, it better be for a good reason, right? Like it better be for something that like lights us up.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
The stakes are higher.
Stakes are higher. Yeah. Wait, so when did you start this company and like where are you in the process now? I mean, it sounds like you're off and rolling with clients already.
Like maybe this early summer.
Okay, nice.
Very young.
Yeah.
But I've been working for my friend Scotty.
Nice.
It's a cheese shop in Nyack, New York. So I've been
Excuse me.
doing a cheese
Do you know I love cheese?
Oh my God.
Not everybody knows this about me.
I don't.
I am obsessed with cheese.
Okay, well.
Like I have an alternate reality version of myself that is like a cheesemonger in a cheese shop. Like I fucking love cheese.
It's my third career. I think in 2027, I want to open a cheese shop.
Are you serious? No, so we need to have a whole conversation about this.
Yeah, because AI can't take the cheese.
No, they cannot.
But they are going to take this business that I'm currently starting.
I know,
but
whatever.
Not quite yet.
They're going to take my therapy business. They're going to take all that shit. But they can't take our cheese.
They can't take the cheese.
All right. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks. We're going to start a cheese business. It's coming.
Do you have more of a like spreadsheet mentality? Because I don't. We got to get somebody involved that can wheel a spreadsheet.
Crunch some numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? AI can do that.
That's true. Okay, so Summer, it's a seedling of a business, but you're working with your friend.
Well, I've been working with him for a year.
Nice.
And so that doesn't feel as new, but then the idea of like working for artists is more new. And I have
so exciting.
2 clients and it's just really fun.
That's awesome.
Doing a photo shoot on Friday for someone else.
Nice.
And
And so you are sort of their marketing artistic director, concierge, like putting them in touch with like, here's the photographer that you need. And like, here, is that right?
Sort of. I'm also taking the photos.
You are taking photos?
I'm taking some of the photos and Andy's taking the other photos. So it is like kind of all in-house.
Cool. Okay. I like that.
And yeah, it's good. It's going great.
But that makes perfect sense.
I'm so proud
from a business perspective. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
The cheese shop I've spent the last month doing PR for, which I learned when I was nannying in New York. My nanny mommy was a publicist.
Oh, really?
So I learned a lot about that.
Isn't that funny how these like pieces just end up converging?
She was like Michael Jackson's publicist. And
oh my God. Okay, so she was a publicist.
She's currently like more in food world. She's Rachel Ray's and
oh my goodness.
So she was like, well, the baby's napping. Do you want to learn about this business? And I literally Googled, what does a publicist do? I had no idea.
Oh, at the time, I would have had to do that too. I would have been like, well, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I didn't know what it was. Yeah. And she was just like, I'll teach you this just for fun. Yeah. Yeah. So what a gift.
I got some skills. It was such a gift. Anyway, I don't know that I want to do that again, but it is very gratifying.
Okay, sure.
You get what you want.
Okay, sure. Yes, absolutely. Well, and like you said, that the prices can be exorbitant for that kind of service. So if you've got some connections, like why not use them? Yeah. That's amazing, Christina. Okay, so how do listeners engage with like this aspect of your work? Like either your artistry, but also this new business phases. Like how do they find you?
We have an Instagram. It's not that fun. It's just phases.
It's just phases.
Phases_Nashville. And then musically, we have 4 songs we're going to put out soon.
You do? Oh my God. Exciting.
Yeah.
Yay.
And so that's a thing too. I tried to direct my own photo shoot last week and it wasn't.
How did that go?
It didn't go great.
Not good. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. And we got out of it. Maybe we got something good out of it.
Okay, sure.
Can't really tell.
Yeah. Okay. Too soon to tell.
Too soon to tell.
We'll see.
But yeah, we're still making music.
But that's okay. So Frances Cone, we have new songs coming out with that project. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
As a fan, I'm like, yay, new music.
That's good. I made myself listen on the airplane to one of our songs.
And
it was like, just to be like, this is still a thing you do.
Yeah, exactly. That you can step away from something for a little bit and then I come back and this is still me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's exciting. Yay! Okay, so yes, listeners can find you, follow you at these places. We'll link all these places as well. Thank you, Christina. You're the best.
Thank you. You're the best.
Love you. That's a wrap for this episode. We'll see you back here next month with another amazing guest. If you want more Psyche Magic, be sure to check out the Psyche Magic Salon on Substack. There you'll find all full and bonus episode archives for the podcast, as well as my weekly written newsletter with magical musings and recommendations for sources of creative inspiration. You'll also find the recorded version of our salon ritual to invoke creative flow. That's psychemagic.substack.com. If you haven't already, please take a moment now to subscribe, rate, and review us on your podcast app of choice. It really makes a difference and helps other people find the show. We hope you'll also follow along with our shenanigans on Instagram and TikTok at Psyche Magic Podcast. Psyche Magic was produced and recorded by me, Jordan Hale. Editing for this episode is by Masuzu Inaga. Our theme music is by Young Summer. Artwork is by Annika Murphy. Special thanks go to Daniel Higbee, Grace Fuse, and Michael McMillan. Thank you so much for listening. I'll leave you with a question. If you must sleep through a third of your life, are you willing to sleep through your dreams too? Get your dream journals out, y'all. Until next time.